The Corangamite is, front of mind for you. But given the contests that are going on in the Teal Independent seats, in Swan, in Bruce, in Reid, in Chisholm, if you don't win Corangamite, can you realistically hold on to government?
Look, for the last election, I remember what everyone was saying before it. But, Australians are making this choice. Pollsters aren't making this choice. Commentators aren't making this choice. Journalists are not making this choice, except in your own vote. However you choose. Australians are making this choice. And at this election, I think there's a fundamental difference. And that is, in the Liberals and the Nationals, and Stephanie Asher here in Corangamite, we believe the answer to securing Australia's future opportunity is you. And that's why our policies, particularly like what we're talking about here, enabling you to buy your own home with your own money, demonstrates our belief in you. Just like JobKeeper did, just like the cash flow boost, just like enabling you to get through with tax reductions for small business to allow them to... It was all about backing Australians. Labor believes the government is the answer. That's why they want the government to own your home. When it comes to housing policies, their only answers is to put people in government homes or to have the government buy your home. We have a very different view. We believe in Australians, the Labor Party believes in government, and I believe Australians believe in themselves too.
Prime Minister, in your own electorate of Cook, surely your constituents have a right to know whether you will serve a full term. Will you rule out today quitting from politics in the event that you lose?
I am focused on one thing, and that is the return of the coalition government, because that is what is necessary. And I have served, and I've been so grateful to the people in my own community. Jenny and I are so grateful to the people in my own community, and I'm standing for election in Cook once again, and I'm looking forward to their support. Thank you. So, no, it's behind you, behind you, behind you. No, I said behind you. I said behind you.
Prime Minister, you're attacked on your character for being untrustworthy and a liar, and now a week out from the election you're saying you're a bulldozer. Why the mea culpa only a week before? Are you worried Australians will see it as a political ploy? And also, why should Australians trust that in a future crisis you will consult with them more, because you said the reason you didn't consult was you had to make fast decisions?
I think you've misunderstood what I'm trying to say. I've been very conscious about my approach for a very long time. And I've got to tell you, in the roles that I've had, it served the country extremely well. I can tell you, you couldn't have been weak and stopped the boats. You couldn't have been weak and stood up to the Chinese government. You couldn't have been weak and made the decisions we had to make during the pandemic, where there wasn't time, as you say, and rightly, to be going and consulting on every decision. And in crises, that's what you do have to do. And in a crisis again, that's exactly what I'd have to do. And Australians know that when things really get down to it, that I can make those calls, that I can have the confidence to make those calls. And that's what's enabled Australia to come through what has been one of the biggest challenges we've faced since the Second World War. What I'm talking about is that we're coming out of that period. We're putting the pandemic behind us. And the crisis and urgency of those times gives us the opportunity as a government to move into another gear. I'm very optimistic about the next 3 to 5 years. Australia has great opportunities that we've worked hard to set up during the course of this pandemic. Investing in skills, investing in infrastructure, ensuring that we've got more apprentices and trade training, 220,000 than at any other time in Australia's economic history. Investing in advanced manufacturing capabilities, which we're already seeing the dividends of. Investing in our security, in our defence forces, in our defence industry. We have big opportunities ahead of us, and I'm intending for Australians to realise those. And we can move out of the mode where we've been in, where decisions have been difficult and tough. There'll be many challenges ahead. There's no doubt about that. And I can assure you the same strength that I've demonstrated as a Prime Minister over these last 3.5 years. You can count on that strength in the future. But what you can also count on is us shifting into this new gear of realising these opportunities.